Okay, so today we're going to be learning about the 5 methods of indirect characterization. Ooh, sounds fancy. So let's think about indirect, right? What do we mean when we say indirect? Yeah, like this concept of not in your face. Maybe you have to have a little bit of an inference to determine what we're talking about here. Okay, so there's 5 different methods of indirect characterization, and by knowing these methods, we can understand these characters better, and therefore we can understand their actions better. That helps us empathize with them, and also who they are, where they're coming from, so that we can put this picture of the puzzle of the book together a little better. The nice part about these methods of characterization is that you could also use them to study your friends. Just an idea. All right, so the book is called, drumroll, yes, The Day the Crayons Quit. All right, so we're going to read this book. There's not going to be actions in it because this is all of these crayons have banded together because they're the little boy who owns them, Duncan, is over. They're all over him. All right, they're making a strike. We see that because their actions are telling us that. So they've got their signs, they've quit. That's the actions of the book. So somebody who's quitting, we see the picket signs. Somebody who's striking. What does that show? Yeah, they're over the system. They're fed up. They're angry. All right. Let's see if those actions hold true so that we can understand who these characters are. The first character with those actions of quitting and striking is, I lost my page. Dang it. This is just for a nice dramatic pause for the black crayon. All right, I'm going to read you this guy's letter. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair. When you use to draw a nice beach ball and then you fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons, how about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Okay, so right there, we've seen that by his actions, the black crayon is in fact exposing a broken system that has treated him unfairly. Right on, all right? Helps us understand where his anger comes from a little bit. Next is appearance. So sometimes you can't judge a book by the cover. Well, technically, we kind of just did learn a little bit about the book by its cover. So we're going to do that here a bit too. We're going to look at the appearance to try to understand this character a little bit. So first we did actions, now we're doing appearance. So the appearance of the wheat crayon, okay, is this guy. He looks downtrodden, maybe a little upset. He's looking right at himself, wheat. That's what's kind of pulling him down, right? So let's read about this guy and see if it holds true. And that's going to teach us about the appearance. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. I am beige and I am proud. Lowercase proud, so not too proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown Crayon gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. Let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Yeah. So this appearance did show us a guy who's looking right at himself and wishes he had a little bit more. Like the brown crayon getting to be all those puppies. Okay, so we've talked about appearance. We talked about the first one with the black crayon and his actions. He was over the system, wanted to make better. Those were his actions. Now we're going to read about the comments. Okay, so we're going to read about the comments from other crayons about somebody. Okay, so as I read you this one, we're going to be thinking about the comments that we learned, not of this guy, but about this other character. So he's going to mention a he's going to mention a yellow crayon and an orange crayon, I think. So let's read about what we learned about those crayons from what the comments this guy's saying. So this guy, Green Crayon, is saying, Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I'm writing for two reasons. One is to say that I like my workloads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for my friends, Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon, because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. So, we're learning about Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, that they argue a lot, they don't let things go, and these are the comments spoken by Orange Crayon, all right, or by Green Crayon. So, we're going to talk about Orange and Yellow in a minute, but first, I want to go back to the words spoken of the Green Crayon, okay? So now, instead of just listening to the comments he makes about other crayons, we're going to listen to his words. So, here are the words of Green Crayon. What do you learn about this guy per his word choice and the way that he uses words to express himself? Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing you for two reasons. One is to say that I like my workload of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write for my friends, Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon, because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. So the words spoken by this guy, let's unpack them. First, he puts things in air quotes, okay? Congratulate you on a coloring green things career. When somebody puts things in air quotes, they're shady, right? They're not really being sincere. If somebody says, you're cool, or somebody else says, you're cool, okay, so he's a little shady. He also comes to me as a little arrogant when he says things like, I want to talk to you about my two friends. And then he throws them right under the bus, okay? About how they've always been fighting. But he called them friends. Shady, but also like a little, I'm above them. They're my friends. Okay. The next thing is, I know he's a little bit academic and organized, because he says things like, he starts with a nice introduction sentence. As a Green Crayon, I'm writing for two reasons. One is to say that I like my workload of ba 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 ba. Only guy so far to open with this type of academic sentence, okay? So he's organized, he's academic, arrogant, shady. Dude, it all holds up for him. But he did mention those yellow and orange crayons. He did mention that they fight all the time and they won't let things go. So those, let's go read about those guys, all right? Let's see if that holds up. So this is Orange Crayon. I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale it is not the color, he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we are no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the color of the sun, because on Thursday you both used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Aren't you glad I'm here? Ha ha! Your pal, the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon. Alright? So we said that he argued a lot and doesn't let things go. Well, that's sure true, because he's talked about the sun probably 5 times in just this passage. Okay? He also is giving a lot of evidence about this. You used me in Monkey Island, the Zookeeper, Day at the Zoo. So he's not letting things go, and he's really driving his point home. He's making him pretty argumentative. I do kind of like his joke at the end. Aren't you glad I'm here? Huh? All right. The next one we're going to read about is thoughts. Okay? So we're going to listen to the internal thoughts of this, the gray crayon. Okay? So let's listen to his thoughts. And what does this tell us about the gray crayon? Duncan, gray crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't you even get me started on your rhinos, hippos, humpback whales. You know I'm tired after handling one of those things. Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, So are tiny rocks, pebbles. How about you use one of those once in a while? Give me a break. You're very tired, friend, gray crayon. Okay, so we can tell that he's tired because those are his thoughts. He says, you're very tired, green crayon. And he also says things like, don't even get me started, and things like, you're killing me. Okay, so we see this guy who's kind of also getting fed up with the system, over it, tired, and that's what's really driving the actions of the gray crayon. He's been overused, okay, and he's saying that. His thoughts are demonstrating that. So today, we read about the 5 methods of characterization. The first one, do you remember it? Yep. The first one was actions. The second one was appearance. Okay, the actions of the picket signs told us this was the black crayon was overwhelmed. The appearance of the gray crayon, or the beige crayon, told us that he was down on himself, a little depressed. Okay. Meanwhile, the comments of others, like the orange crayon and the green crayon, orange crayon and the yellow crayon always fighting, told us a little bit about them, that they always fight and they don't let things go. And that was told to us by the green crayon. And by the green crayon's words spoken, kind of an uppity word choice, with his thesis statement at the beginning, also showing his academic, his shadiness. Those we learned about who the green crayon was. And then we rounded out the bases by going to the thoughts of the elephant. The thoughts told us that he was tired, and that helped us understand why he's so fed up with the system and why he went on strike. Dude's been coloring elephants all the time. I'd be tired too. There's one more way to tell about the methods of characterization, because so far we've talked about indirect ones. But the opposite of indirect is, direct. And so direct, sometimes you're going to learn about a character because the author is just going to tell you about the character. Miss So-and-so walked in. She looked radiant, just as radiant as her personality. It could light up a room. She had such joy about her. Okay, so we're learning directly about her because the narrator is telling us directly about her. But all of this was indirect because it wasn't the narrator telling us things. It was the actions, the thoughts, the appearance, the words spoken, and the comments of others telling us about these guys. And those are the methods of characterization. I hope that you use some of these methods while you try to understand the characters in your books and in your life via independent reading. We'll see you guys.